I'm going to call the meeting to order at 4:30. Members of the public are invited to participate in this meeting of the Committee of Adjustments by attending the meeting in person at the Council Chambers in Middlesex Center Municipal Office located at 10227 Ilderton Road in Coldstream. Members of the public may also access the meeting, which will be live streamed on our Middlesex Center YouTube channel, or by contacting the municipal deputy clerk to receive a registration link to join the meeting electronically. Members of the public wishing to appear as a delegation can register for the meeting by visiting middlesexcenter.ca/participating-council-meetings or by contacting the municipal deputy clerk at 519-666-0190 by 4:30 on the Monday of the week of the scheduled meeting. All requests to delegate are subject to the provisions of the Middlesex Center Committee of Adjustment Procedure Bylaw. Members of the public can choose to delegate in person or by electronic participation. Accessible formats and communication supports are available upon request. And there's no additions to the agenda to note. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest to note?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so next up, we have the adoption of the January 28th, 2026 Committee of Adjustment. The motion before us reads as follows, that the minutes of the January 26th, 2026 Committee of Adjustment meeting be adopted as printed. Can I have a... January 28th, 2026 Committee of Adjustments be adopted as printed. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Frank and Jean, oh, sorry, Councillor Beers, Councillor Coles.
Okay, you can call me.
All in favor? You can call me Frank.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have current applications. Members of the public that wish to receive further notification of any of the applications being considered today, I ask that you please send an email to the deputy clerk at clerk@middlesexcenter.ca requesting the further information. Please be advised that comments expressed and written material presented are a matter of public record. If you have any questions on any of the applications being heard today, we ask that you direct those to the appropriate planner on file. Members of the public that have requested to speak will be given a maximum of 5 minutes to address council and provide comments on the application. In keeping with our procedural bylaw and our R-zone policy, I would remind all of our meeting participants to use respectful language and uphold our values of cooperation, trust, and openness. So our first item up, item 5.1, is an application for minor variance A1-2026 at 6857 Egremont Drive. Dan Fitzgerald is the planner in attendance today to provide an overview. Do I read the next part? If there's anyone in the chamber, we'll do that after Dan. Yes, Dan? Dan Fitzgerald, please.
Through the chair, thanks members of the committee. So application before you today is minor variance A1-2026, and that's for 6857 Egremont Drive. The purpose and effect of this particular application is to seek relief from the zoning bylaw to permit an accessory building to be partially located within the front yard, as well as a reduced front yard setback of 35 meters. Whereas the zoning bylaw does require residential accessory structures to be located behind the forward-most portion of the dwelling unit, as well as a setback of 38 meters from the center line of the road allowance. And the effect of the variance, again, would be to permit the construction of one additional accessory building on site, which is in the format of a detached garage. So this particular property is located on the south side of County Road 22, Egremont Drive, east of the intersection at Vanek and Egremont. It's located generally in an agricultural area. It is just east of Melrose. It's bordered by agricultural lands to the south, single detached dwelling lots to the east and west, as well as golf course to the north. The property is designated agricultural area in the county's official plan, agricultural in Middlesex Center's official plan, and it is zoned agricultural A1 in the zoning bylaw. So the applicant has previously received building permit approval to construct a detached accessory building on the lots. It's my understanding upon inspection, it was noted that the applicant had shifted the building forward in order to avoid some existing mature trees that are on site. Building did notify planning of the non-compliance in the zoning, which has brought forward the minor variance application that we're hearing today. So, in review of the variance against the four tests of the Planning Act, generally the intent of maintaining setback distances from the roads are primarily related to safety and sight lines within the existing road infrastructure. So this particular reduction would not negatively impact the existing right-of-way within this section of the highway. Likewise, accessory buildings are usually required to be located behind the forwardmost portion of the existing dwelling, outside of the front yard to maintain the dwelling as the dominant structure on the property. So in review of the lot fabric and setbacks, as well as the existing vegetation on site, I am of the opinion that the dwelling would still appear as the dominant structure on the lands. Additionally, the proposed variance would not negatively impact adjacent neighboring parcels. So with that said, I am recommending approval of minor variance A1 2026, and I'm available to answer any questions. Thanks.
Thank you, Dan. So we do have the applicant is here, but they don't wish to speak. So if anybody has any questions, they are here. So next we do council, right?
Yes.
That's okay. So does any members of council have anything they'd like to add? Councillor Coles?
Thank you. Through the chair, I just want to say thank you for being mindful of the mature trees. I do appreciate you leaving them there and not removing them. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. I was thinking the same thing. Thanks for saying it. Okay, everybody's good?
Yep.
So the motion before us reads as follows, that minor variance application A1-2026 filed by Stephen Gaunt for relief from the comprehensive zoning bylaw in order to permit an accessory structure partially located in the front yard beyond the forwardmost portion of the dwelling with a reduced front yard setback for a property legally described as part of Lot 31, Concession 5 South, known as 6857 Egremont Drive in the municipality of Middlesex Center, County of Middlesex, be granted. And further, that the reasons for granting minor variance application A1 2026, the request complies with the general intent and purpose of Middlesex Center's official plan. The request complies with the general intent and purpose of Middlesex Center's comprehensive zoning bylaw. The request is minor in nature, and the request represents appropriate development on the subject property. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Shipley, Councillor Coles, all in favor? And that is carried. Welcome. There is no correspondence items to note. Is there any other business from the committee to discuss? No? Okay. So next up, we need an adjournment. The motion reads as follows, that the Committee of Adjustments for the Municipality of Middlesex Center adjourns the February 25th, 2026 committee meeting at 4:39. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Coles and Councillor Bears, all in favor? And that is carried.
It's adjourned.